wonder what desperate circumstances could occasion such an appeal.
I have devised 7 separate explanations, each of which would cover the facts as far as we know them.
Oh. And which one do you favor, Holmes?
At the moment, I have no favorites. Data. 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 I cannot make bricks without clay.
Well, it's nice to get away from the fogs of Baker Street now and again. What delightful little farms these are, don't you agree? Aren't they fresh and beautiful?
Do you know, Watson, it is one of the curses of having a mind with a turn like mine that I must look at everything with reference to my own special subject.
Well, it doesn't make the scenery any less admirable, does it?
You look at these scattered houses and you are impressed by their beauty. I look at them, and the only thought which comes to me is a feeling of their isolation and of the impunity with which crime may be committed.
Good heavens. Who would associate crime with these dear old homesteads?
They always fill me with a certain horror. It is my belief, Watson, founded upon my experience, that the lowest and vilest alleys in London do not present a more dreadful record of sin than does the smiling and beautiful countryside.
Supposing Silver Blaze broke away, I mean, where would he have gone? If he'd run loose on the moor, he'd have surely been seen by now. Perhaps the gypsy theory is correct.
No. A horse is a most gregarious creature. Now, he did not go back to King's Pyland, to his own stable, so he must have gone to Mapleton. Now, let us use that as a working hypothesis. The ground around here is very hard and dry, but over there, in that hollow, it must have been very wet on Monday night. If our supposition is correct, he must have crossed it.
What's the...
By George, look at that.
You see, the value of imagination is the one quality which Inspector Gregory lacks. We imagined what might have happened, acted upon the supposition, and find ourselves justified. Let us proceed.
So what do you gather from that? Battered old felt.
You know my methods. What do you yourself gather as to the individuality of the man who has worn this particular article? It was accompanied by a goose, Watson. For Mrs. Henry Baker was printed upon a small card attached to the bird's left leg.
Well, apart from the initials inside, HB, presumably Henry Baker, I can see nothing.
On the contrary, Watson, you can see everything. But you fail to reason from what you see. You are too timid in drawing your inferences.
Then, pray, tell me what it is that you can infer from that hand.
That the man is highly intellectual is, of course, obvious. And also that he was fairly well-to-do within the past 3 years, although now he has fallen upon evil days. He had foresight, but less now than formerly, pointing to a moral retrogression, which, when taken with a decline in his fortunes, seems to indicate an evil influence. Probably drink. This may account also for the fact that his wife has ceased to love him.
My dear Holmes.
He has, however, retained some degree of self-respect. Now, he leads a sedentary life. Is out of training entirely. He's middle-aged, has grizzled hair, which he has had cut within the last few days, and which he anoints with lime cream. It is also highly improbable that he has gas laid on in his house.
Yeah, well, now you are certainly joking.
Not in the least.
Good day to you, sir. Oh. I thought as we were going to be neighbours for the next few weeks, I ought to say a few words of welcome.
How very kind.
And of course, I've long wanted to meet Mr. Sherlock Holmes. It is indeed a pleasure, sir.
Thank you, but I'm Dr. John Watson.
Oh.
Come in.
This is my good friend, Sherlock Holmes.
1,000 apologies, I should have realised.
Do come in, Mr. Rounding.
Very stupid of me. How did you know my name?
You have an interest in archaeology, do you not?
Why, yes.
Deduce, Watson. Come. Deduce.
You've got mud on the points of your shoes and beneath your knees and on the fingers of your right hand, which indicates that you've knelt on the ground for a length of time.
Oh, Watson, you're coming along marvelously. You're a left-handed gardener. You're a student of archaeology. You've published a paper on the theories surrounding Neolithic burial rite. You are the Reverend Francis Roundhay, vicar of the parish of Britannicus.
Astonishing, sir.
Please, sit down.
But left-handed.
The hand with which you hold the trowel.
Exactly right. Precise in every detail, but how, sir, how?
The parish magazine is full.
That's outrageous.